The United States federal government faces cyber threats from many vectors. Fortinet Federal is here to help them solve those problems.
Fortinet Federal's mission is to serve and protect the government infrastructure. We do modernization with a purpose.
Nation states that are deploying bad guys to attack the United States federal government, looking for ways to steal our top secret information. It's warfare.
We have now crossed the Rubicon with regard to nation states engaging in information warfare. The federal government needs what Fortinet has to offer.
We have proven ourselves through many years of experience with the federal government, and they look to us in mission-critical environments.
Government agencies are at a crossroads right now. They can either transition or transform their infrastructure, either stay with what they've had for the last 10 to 15 years, or look at what their infrastructure looks like and decide where they want to be tomorrow.
Fortinet Federal is a wholly owned subsidiary of Fortinet, and our mission is to cater to the unique and demanding needs of the federal government.
We've got some very high-profile organizations within the Department of Defense and Intel community that actually love our technology, increasing their security posture, giving them a level of security they've never seen before.
We are based in Reston, Virginia, to enable us to do special things for U.S. government customers. We go to market with a broad portfolio of products and services that are customized and tested and certified and verified for the federal space.
Countries are waging war against us, not necessarily with bombs and guns anymore. They're waging war against us with the theft of our information. Attacking the federal government has far-reaching implications in the financial sectors. Just the overall economy of the country is at stake.
What happens if there's a loss of confidence in the dollar? What happens if banking doesn't work? The U.S. economy is $19 trillion a year. The value of the wealth in the country, about 3% of it is in paper currency. All the rest of it is ones and zeros. I was fortunate enough to be selected as the director of the National Security Agency in 1992. The realization for me at that time was the United States is the most vulnerable nation on earth. We are the most connected, the most dependent, and we have increasingly become digitally dependent. Therefore, I focused on it pretty intently.
The techniques we've used in the past to detect and prevent are no longer adequate going forward. So we need a new strategy.
There aren't enough soldiers guarding the perimeter to mitigate every threat. That's where Fortinet can be that agency's force multiplier.
The federal government today, especially DoD, is targeted on an everyday basis. Fortinet brings a technology to play that increases their security posture with high-speed performance and, more importantly, the highest catch rates in the industry.
Fortinet Federal is unique in that we provide a fabric approach to modernization. Today's boundless and borderless perimeter means you need to have an integrated infrastructure and you need to be able to automate your response.
We are the fastest devices in the market, and speed counts when you're talking about security. We bring integration. We're one of the leaders in creating a fabric of devices that talk to each other. We can mitigate problems at machine speed rather than at human speed. We consolidate network devices. We reduce the complexity of environments. We do it at a lower cost. So we're by far the best value solution in the market.
They can cover multiple attack vectors at a price point that is significantly lower than their competitors. Purchasing Fortinet to cover a certain cybersecurity need frees up money for them to be able to do other things.
We hold over 500 different patents in security technology. It's 4 times more than anyone else.
It's cloud-based, it's got a great user interface, it does the typical firewall, it also has IDS, IPS, and a lot of other features that round out a security offering that companies need to protect the edge of their network to the very end of their network, to mobile devices, IoT devices.
Our security team is available to structure and design incremental steps to get from where they are today to where they want to be in the next 15 years.
Fortinet has the resources, the skilled architects and engineers, and really facilities around the country, physical and virtual labs, to assist customers in selecting the right cyber tools.
Fortinet Federal is a partner-oriented organization. We believe that that brings us synergy, that brings us coverage, and it makes it easy for the government to do business with.
We see a lot of issues with the federal agencies being undermanned and overworked. And they're really looking for technologies in the marketplace to help fill that gap that they're finding, and Fortinet does that.
We have a very deep and broad staff that supports the federal government. Many of our employees were former service folks that worked in support of cyber defense in their prior roles.
I was previously a customer of Fortinet and working at the Cybersecurity Operations Center. What I can say is that the threats were persistent, they were quite advanced, and the FortiGate products certainly helped us with defending them. The products that we had were comprehensive, high-performing, and very effective.
The technology is second to none. It's evaluated by many third parties. When I go see customers, they really latch on to what we're talking about, our capabilities and our ability to secure their environment. We're doing all the right things in terms of the government, what they want. Secure supply chain, high-speed technology with high catch rates that's second to none.
Many agencies in the federal government are very, very vulnerable. Some event will cause the government to galvanize and focus on this. Without question, Fortinet is the world leader on quality and context and completeness of information security solutions. I believe in the product. I think it's something that all agencies should take a serious look at and consider.
These days in cybersecurity, there is a real tie to protecting our nation. Our solutions protect our nation. And not a day goes by that you don't hear about terrorism as it relates to cybersecurity, internal and external threats. And what we deliver is really very important in the nation's security system.